Hey, I'm BTactics. I just seen the land PV. Well, it's not really a PV, it's more of like a how-to for lawn, sorry. And I did watch this before, but I didn't really watch it because like I was like half asleep and I saw it, looked at it, looked cool, went back to bed. But now I want to actually like look at to see what I was looking at because like I made some assumptions. So I want to see if I see this a second time around, if I still have the same assumptions. So let's just see what this has to offer. Hopefully we all enjoy it.
Lon is a vigorous girl from another dimension, Domain 9. She loves traveling around and eating delicious food. However, once in combat, she turns into a cold-hearted killer who wields an umbrella-type weapon, Vermilion Bird. Let all enemies crumble under the heat of the Cardinal Fire, Lord Chuche.
Now, I don't mind this. So far, like maybe I'm just being judgmental. I saw a Land's weapon with Annabelle's weapon. I did say, oh, I said Lon. I said Land again. I saw Lon, Annabelle, and Lynn. Now this is a Fortitude weapon, you know, a tank weapon. So I'm hoping I actually see more of that, you know, the role being played. If you really actually needed Annabelle, I mean, you need Lon to Annabelle, I'm going to be questioning things, okay? Just want to put that out there.
Is it time to get serious?
Looks cute, looks cool, I like it.
The demonstration of Lon's basic skills. Lon can deal with up to 5 normal attacks
Looks
on
cool,
the ground.
looks really elusive.
Note, after hitting the target with any weapon,
Okay, land a hit.
or dodge attack, one tiny umbrella
Put umbrellas down.
will be generated in the nearby area. Up
Okay. Oh.
to 3 parasols can exist at the same time.
Okay, before we get any further, I just want to put out there, you're passively going to be placing these down. There's no like actual button. As long as you're in combat, doing what you do, landing hits, these will come out. That's great.
Parasol contains diverse mechanisms. Let's talk about it in Chapter 2.
Diverse
While on the
mechanisms.
ground, tap and hold a normal attack during the 2nd to the 5th normal attack to dash forward and strongly suspend the target. While airborne, tap and hold
hits?
the normal attack to consume endurance to remain airborne by
Okay.
spinning Vermilion Bird, dealing
I don't really see the purpose of wanting to stay in the air while fighting if I'm going to be using endurance, but maybe there's more to this, right?
damage over time to surrounding enemies, while making all parasols on the field spin rapidly.
If the parasols are spinning, that might be more damage, but I want to look more into this.
Release the normal attack button to make Lon fall, dealing damage and knocking the target down. When Lon is in a non-combat state, she can use her weapon to explore the terrain.
Oh, that's easy to get
While on the
around.
ground, tap and hold a normal attack to select a location to spawn a parasol. Then use the skill to quickly move to the parasol.
It looks like you
location.
jump and it
Parasol
automatically comes
lasts
out.
15 seconds. Other than that, Lon will pull out her umbrella to glide after performing a double jump. Elegant. Absolutely elegant.
Interesting.
Okay, I kind of hope other characters have something like this in the future. And look, I'm not gonna, you know, put Lan down. I want Lan. I mean Lon, sorry. I want Lon. But this basically is stating, hey, you don't have to use any endurance while moving around. You can drop down, you won't lose endurance, and you never take fall damage. Y'all don't find that kind of strong for moving around? Look, I'm not saying there's OP that needs to be nerfed. I'm just saying, like, I hope there's other characters that can do something similar to this. Maybe like drop faster so they don't take damage, or you know, something like that in the future. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Lon's skill and passive introduction.
This I need to know.
While using the weapon skill, Lon will fly toward the parasols in the same order that they spawn, triggering area damage multiple times before returning to the original position.
So the problem I'm looking at is this is a Fortitude weapon. I'm still seeing Lon, Annabelle, Lynn. Like, why am I still seeing these 3 characters? I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking. Let's just look back.
Elegant. Absolutely
Just in
elegant.
case. Maybe I'm missing something.
Interesting.
Lon's skill and passive introduction. While using the weapon skill, Lon will fly toward the parasols
The
in
weapon
the
skill?
same order that
Okay.
they spawn, triggering area damage multiple times before returning to the
Look at that
original position.
damage.
If Lawn
Did they
passes
automatically
through
spin
3
two afterwards?
parasols and returns to the original position, she then gains a shield, Vermilion Domain, for 8 seconds, which grants her
Wait,
hyper
let me make sure.
area damage multiple times before returning to the original position.
Okay.
If Lawn passes through 3 parasols and returns to the original position, she then gains a shield,
Okay, so it's actually stating you should always be like going through 3 of them then. Don't use a skill unless 3 of these umbrellas are on the field. So you get yourself a shield. Right? Obtain hyper body, reduce damage during. Okay, so when you have this up, you take less damage. Great.
Vermilion Domain for 8 seconds,
Okay.
which grants her hyper body and high damage reduction. While diving,
Underwater.
Vermilion Domain has a damaging effect and
Oh,
increases wanderer's
in the
speed.
water, I get more speed and do
Once
damage.
Fortitude Resonance
Okay.
is active, Vermilion Domain
All right, they're actually showing something for Fortitude. They're showing Huma and Zero. I guess they want to really stick with Flame. I'm not against it. I'm cool with that.
expands into an even larger area, granting damage reduction to nearby teammates. Lawn can also extend the duration of the Vermilion Domain to
Hold on, let me get this.
Speed. Once Fortitude
So it's a larger effective area, reduced damage for nearby teammates, and while Molten Heat is active, Vermilion Domain timer is stopped. Molten Heart is active? Is the timer stopped? Okay. And this is while being in Fortitude.
Resonance is active, Vermilion Domain expands into an even larger area, granting damage reduction to nearby teammates. Lawn can also extend the duration of the Vermilion Domain by tapping and holding normal attacks while airborne.
So if I put the umbrella down, this AoE lasts longer. That's something I should be doing for my allies so they still take reduced damage. But will I have aggro? That's the real question. If I can have aggro, then yeah, I'll definitely do that a lot.
Next, let us focus on the tiny umbrella, Parasol. First and foremost, we need to explain these two nouns.
Oh.
Polyfeather Parasol. It's an adjective for a multiplier.
Polyfeather
Its
parasol?
value is equal to the number of parasols on the field plus 1. In
Okay.
combat, there are 3 parasols max, existing on the
Three
field most of the time.
is on the field,
So
right?
in other words, Polyfeather Parasol usually represents a 400% multiplier.
Oh,
It's the energy required to be consumed in order to spin the parasol. The cap is 30, and you gain 1 feather every second automatically.
okay. So we're talking about it being a damage multiplier. That's how it saves Annabelle. Look, if I didn't know better, I say it just bust flame in general. I think you probably use like any flame character. So maybe you using Ruby or King or Cobalt or Zero. Look, I'm not saying you should be using it. I'm just saying it busts flame in general. That's good. Well, I think it's just flame in general. If it can go for other elements, that's crazy. But let's keep looking.
You also gain 1 feather with a 0.5 second cooldown
What?
each time you deal damage. We can now get into the parasol's mechanisms after learning the definition of these two nouns. Mechanism 1, Fiery Crash. Enhance the area damage from
No,
the
it is
parasols passed through
damage.
Lawn when using the
Not even
weapon.
flame though, just
The
damage.
higher the polyfeather parasol, the more the extra damage dealt.
Yeah, so I see why people say they use Lawn for Rainbow Comp. You get extra passive damage with this character. And you can use this with like Fenrir's trait that's also like percent damage. That's crazy. And then like with the Matrix, it's gonna be even crazier because her 4-piece in the background gives you more damage. And then what's it called? Fenrir's passive in the background as long as you do volt damage. So that's a lot to be working with here to really boost damage. I don't know about Lens, but I can see why you want Fiona's as well. This is crazy.
Mechanism 2, Corrosion.
Corrosion?
Parasol's nearby targets take high flame damage and charged attack damage.
Okay. So corrosion will still work for other elements. You just want to have what's it called? You just want to be able to do charge attacks, but I mean, well, you charge attack, you use flame, right? But hey, it is what it is. I'm with this.
Mechanism 3, Radiant Flames. Parasols nearby targets take burn damage over time.
Okay, so you can put
Mechanism
dots
4,
on with this
Flame
on.
Vortex.
Damage over time.
Parasols on the field consume 1 feather every second to deal area damage.
Okay.
Note, the feather to be consumed will always be 1, regardless of the number of parasols that exist.
So
on the field.
you can
And it
use
also
them up, but you
increases
still
damage
gain
at
them.
1 time per
Okay.
second. Mechanism
This is
5,
strong.
Rapid Spin. While airborne, tapping and holding normal attack and using weapon skills will trigger the parasols to spin rapidly. While spinning, the feather cost of Flame Vortex and the damage, charge, and shatter effects from Flame Vortex are multiplied by Polyfeather Parasol. Lastly, this is Lan's discharge skill.
So you're doing a lot with the this AoE on the ground. There's a lot going on here. So you just want to land hits. If you have the weapon out, you kind of want to hover in the air. You can do a lot of AoE damage to enemies. As a single target damage, I don't know if that's going to be, good, but it's definitely good for AoE. And I guess it's good for Fortitude as well, because you'll be landing a bunch of different hits, so you can hold aggro easier. It's my assumption, of course.
Besides dealing great
That was
extra
good.
damage to the target, Lan receives a flame damage boost for 20 seconds after her discharge skill hits the target. It's an excellent support type skill for the damage boost.
Wait a minute. Run that back. It says you get more flame damage for landing it? Yeah, a successful hit increased flame damage for 20 seconds. Okay. The higher the polyfeather parcel number, the more damage skill will increase. That's crazy. So it's all about just trying to keep your buffs up. Well, this is great for Fortitude, because we don't really have anything that needs to be buffing in the first place. Besides like Huma, I guess. That's really it. So this is great.
Lan receives a flame damage.
Man, maybe
boost
flame
for
is
20
best used for
seconds
Fortitude.
after her discharge skill hits the target. It's an excellent support type skill for the damage boost. Lan's key star introduction. When Lan advances to 1 star, new passive effects, Vermilion Strength, and Glowing Fire will be unlocked.
When you equip with Vermilion Bird, the ammo cost, damage, charge, and shatter other weapons are multiplied with Polyfeather Parasol. Ammo? Who's using? Oh. So this is like directly to Annabelle. I guess that's the reason why they keep putting Annabelle in here and then like Lynn with Lan. I guess. Yo, why we get all 40? I just realized that. Like, we was just on 40 for like a couple seconds. We went right back to DPS. Yo, I mean, I guess that's all you needed for Fortitude. I guess. But they didn't talk about holding aggro at all with her skill or anything. I didn't get that information at all. Did it change?
The effect of the former one is to multiply the ammo cost of other weapons by Polyfeather Parasol. Correspondingly, their damage, charge, and shatter effects are also multiplied by Polyfeather
So
Parasol,
does this
which
buff?
greatly increases the burst power for a short period of time.
Does the ammo buff work for Ruby as well? Does it work for Cobalt? They use guns. I don't know. I don't have those characters. So that would be nice. You're talking about the ammo thing. I'm assuming it works on Annabelle because that's the character being used. But what about anyone that's using ammo? I'd like to know that answer. Let me know in the comment section.
The effect of Glowing Fire is that when targets near
Hold on, what was I
a
just
short
looking at?
period of time. The effect of Glowing Fire
Hold on. It's like two.
increases the
It's a
burst
glowing.
power for a short period of time.
Hold on. Glowing fire when near parasol take burn damage from
The
fiery
effect
crash.
of Glowing Fire
Right?
is that when targets
Oh, it's another thing. 30% of the damage is transferred to 30% of the damage is transferred to 3 units nearby, including the target with the highest HP percent. That's nice. Okay.
near a parasol take burn damage or damage from fiery crash. An
This is
extra
good.
amount of
This is
damage
the
will
quick
be
way to hold
transferred
aggro.
to the 3 nearby
So you'll
units with
automatically
the
be able to hold
highest HP
aggro
percent.
to an enemy that has
Greatly increases
the highest
the area
HP
damage effect.
that players wouldn't want to
Lan
prioritize
upgrades to
anyway.
star, the first damage she takes during the battle.
Ooh, she looking sexy
There
with
will
this
be
A3
3
outfit.
parasols spawned near the target.
Oh yeah, we're gonna need that.
This reduces the activation time of stacking parasols. Meanwhile, when Lan uses any weapon discharge skill or shatters, parasols will trigger an additional 30% effect of fiery crash.
That looks
and
so
reduce
good.
The ATK of enemies near the parasol. Lastly, let us take a look at Lan's team combination and combat analysis.
All right, so they're gonna talk about characters going together. Okay, I'm really hoping I was tired. I just didn't get enough information.
The recommendation of team combination here isn't the only answer.
I see Pure Flame Team and Lynn's Flame Team. They gotta have something for Fortitude, right? It would just make sense.
How to maximize Lan's effects is the ultimate goal. Try to think out of the box.
So they said offhand, okay.
Lan's mechanism mostly focus on the support type flame damage boost.
So this is being used as a support
attack
weapon for attack. It's not actually like Benediction. That's what anyone
as
thinking.
a major burst of damage output. Before going
It's like
into
a sub
the burst,
DPS you were
the
thinking
Pure
Genshin
Flame
wise.
team requires Ruby to accrue 8 stacks of heat using her normal attacks, and the Lynn's Flame team needs to activate Moonlight Realm. Having all these ready, the team should use the damage boost from Kuant's Shield, as well as from Lan's Discharge skill to complete the process of boosting damage.
I'm not seeing a bunch of damage being dealt on this boss, but it is weak to frost, so that could be the case.
Please note that
and on the left they have a way of how you're going to be using moves.
So go easy on the dodge attacks of Clover Cross. 2 to 3 times is good enough already.
Clover Cross? Oh, they're talking about Annabelle. Is this supposed to be about Lan? How am I supposed to be hearing things about Lan? I'm hearing so much about Annabelle. Like, I'm getting somewhat confused.
On top of that, when Clover Cross equips 4 Annabella matrices, you may consider using Clover Cross's dodge attack after releasing Lan's skill, taking advantage of the 4.
What about Lan's matrices? Are we gonna talk about that? Like, what, bro? Is this for Lan DPS? They should have said so. I'm just really. This is not a complete character guide.
Slot damage boost effect.
Okay. All right, I'm looking through on this still. So they're having a rotation. That's cool. I don't care too much on the rotation, because this isn't a rotation using for Fortitude.
Above is all the content of Lan's showcase. We hope you.
Wait, I didn't get any information for Fortitude. Okay, they're saying Ruby for Ruby's weapon, Annabelle's weapon, Lan on Lan's weapon, then for Pure Flame, but then on Lynn's Flame, Lan's weapon was the 4-piece Lynn. Annabelle still used Annabelle, but then like Lynn's weapon wants 4-piece Lan. Okay, again, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's wrong. But I'm not really getting. I didn't get really anything out of Fortitude, and that's her style of play. So I don't get what we're doing here. Are they openly trying to tell me Fortitude isn't important? Because I hear from my crew, no, you need Fortitude, isn't that? But look, I have other players tell me Fortitude isn't important, and now the devs are telling me it's not important. Look at this right here. Hold on, I'll get up for it. In fact, yeah, I'll move me out the way. Where am I? I'm sorry. I'm lost. Look. You see this? Y'all tell me. I'm seeing it says, we talking about Pure Flame. I see no Huma, right? Okay. I see no Saki. I don't see anything that had anything to do with Fortitude. So I'm confused right now. Maybe you gotta keep looking. Maybe after this. No, that's it. That was it. Wait. So, again, I appreciate them trying to help out for damage and how the character works in the showcase, but this was no showcase for Fortitude at all. Like, does she have any moves change from Fortitude to attack, or Fortitude to Benediction, or balance? How the aggro system work for it? Like, this is supposed to be something that we could be gaining information. I did get information. I'm not gonna say it was useless, but I just learned about how to do damage with it. But I don't know if that worked the same way Like, if I'm using Huma, what? Like they had Huma 0. So like like what matrices am I using there? Would I be having a 4-piece 0 with 0 for Huma? Do I go 4-piece Huma and the land is 4-piece land? Like, what was the recommendation with Fortitude? Again, I'm not mad. I just feel like this game is heavily favoring attack, and this is why certain things can't get done. Like VA6 is very overpowered, and I hear Origins of the War, very overpowered, can't complete unless you have whales, but we never go over Fortitude. What if we release Fiona and we don't talk about benediction at all, and we only talk about attack, that's gonna tell me everything I need to know. But if they do talk about benediction, that also tells me what I need to know. Like it just isn't talking about Fortitude at all. But hey, again, this is cool. I enjoyed the line. The guy that was making the info, he seemed up to par, giving information, good info right there. Okay, it's just I feel like I didn't get enough as far as Fortitude. Let me know in the comment section how y'all felt and if y'all got enough information. But y'all take care. Be easy, everyone. Thank you for watching the video. Like and subscribing, because you can put that subscribe button that's right over here. And don't forget, you can watch the videos over here. I want to see you in there too, all right? You enjoy yourself.